I've also seen you get absolutely ironed out by Masvidal. El Sparko, unconscious. Just imagine what I would do to you. Ooh. And obviously, me being a 4-time World Champ Hall of Famer, been in there with the best of the best. I don't know what it's like to tap out. I don't know what it's like to get knocked out. I've only ever been knocked down on the canvas twice in my career. And both times, I got off the canvas to win.
He's saying he's not scared of me and that I don't bother him, but I don't know how I see that. Like, why would you not jump in the ring and want to make the fight big, and then obviously that generates more money, and that's more money for him and stuff like that? Why would you not confront me back, like saying he's not out?
Darren Till is putting Carl Froch on blast, declaring the legend afraid of facing him. He's claiming full health and readiness while mocking the boxing world. The aggression is clear as he frames himself as fearless and challenges Froch's reputation, making this a fiery start to their feud.
I did want to fight before the end of the year. If that's looking realistic or not, I don't know. You know, I'm at full health now. I feel great. I've just checked my weight this morning because I want to go in for testing next week. My weight hasn't really shot up too much. Usually it does quite shoot up. So, as I say, everything's perfect for me. And as I said, I'm willing and ready. And it's just a big fuck you to the whole boxing.
Darren Till delivers these harsh words live with Carl Froch right there, making it even more intense. He openly insults Froch while showing off his own confidence and fitness. The tension is electric, and Till clearly wants to get under Froch's skin in front of everyone.
He's a fucking 30, 40-year-old man, can't punch for save his life. He wants calm, he wants to face off calm. I ain't happening while I'm around, mate. You know what I mean? People have been chatting shit for years, saying, oh, the gorilla, this and that. I'm in the best shape of my life. It's like welterweight Darren's back, and I got vengeance, mate. This is Luke, former UFC middleweight world champion. So I've got a big...
Carl Froch fires back live with precision and authority, shutting down Darren Till's insults immediately. His words are sharp and confident, reminding everyone why he's a 4-time world champion. Till's arrogance meets a wall of experience, and Froch clearly proves he's still a master in his craft.
Easy money. The old Bunsen burner. I'm thinking to myself, hang on a minute. They're giving money away here with these fights because Darren Till's absolutely fucking useless. I'm not being funny. Listen, I'm talking about professional boxing level. At the level he's at, he's done all right. He's got decent balance, throws a decent backhand from a southpaw stance. But let's be honest.
Johnny Nelson breaks it down with respect for Froch's legacy. He acknowledges that Darren Till's aggression is loud, but Carl's skill, timing, and physical readiness make him a dangerous opponent. Even if Till taunts and provokes, Froch's experience and instinct in the ring make him the clear threat. Fans watching live can feel the tension as the legend's presence alone commands respect.
But if Carl did do it, I think Carl would smash him. But I just don't think he will do it. Because he's got that memory, he's got that something about him, that he's at an age where he's still physically fit enough and strong enough if he commits himself to the preparation.
Froch doesn't just talk, he intimidates. He highlights Till's past failures and contrasts them with his own elite record. The live audience can sense the power in his words as he calmly dismantles Till's bravado. This is psychological warfare, with Froch showing he's unshakable and ready to turn any challenge into a masterclass.
Also seen you get absolutely ironed out by Masvidal. El Sparko, unconscious. Just imagine what I would do to you. Ooh. And obviously, me being a 4-time World Champ Hall of Famer, been in there with the best of the best. I don't know what it's like to tap out. I don't know what it's like to get knocked out. I've only ever been knocked down on the canvas twice in my career. And both times, I got off the canvas to win the...
George Groves gives insight on Froch's mindset and readiness. Even though Darren Till's insults are loud, Froch's body and reflexes show no signs of slowing. His experience in real fights outweighs Till's bravado. Live, you can see the confidence Froch exudes, and it's clear that Till's trash talk won't intimidate a legend like him.
Froch versus Till. I don't know, man. He's 48 years old now, Froch. You know, he looks good when he takes a picture, you know, with a moody light in after a few abs and that. But Darren Till, he's still fighting, isn't he? He still knows what it's like to get punched in the teeth. It's been a while since Froch's been punched in the teeth. So I think he does well. I think it sells. I think if he wants to do it, he should do it. But I got a feeling Froch don't want it. I don't think Froch wants it. I think he says he wants it, but when it comes down to it, you know.
Oladipo praises Till's street credibility, but Froch's pure boxing skill stands unmatched. Even after 11 years away from top MMA-style confrontations, Carl's training and ring IQ make him a terrifying challenge. Live, the contrast is obvious. Till may have bravado, but Froch's precision and timing dominate the conversation.
It's crazy. And he's scary. He's a scary, intimidating man. I don't know if it's a Liverpudlian accent or knowing that he could take this to the ground and finish you that way. I feel like these MMA guys are scary because they know that they are the toughest guys on the street, right? It's not just, you know, back in the day, the baddest man on the planet was the boxer. It's not that anymore, is it? I don't know who they're going to find to fight him.
Carl Froch?
I mean, there was Carl a bit of a fight him.
Do you not think?
Well, Carl's not fought for 11 years. I know he still looks great and he hits the bag, but no one's hit him with small gloves for 11 years.
Liam Smith highlights the difference between raw aggression and polished skill. Till's threats don't compare to Froch's experience. Live, fans can see how a true champion's mindset outclasses younger, brash fighters. Froch's timing, accuracy, and knowledge of the ring make him the ultimate threat in this scenario.
The ring, Carl Froch, unbelievable fighter, and Darren Till knows that. Carl Froch is an older version of himself now, been out the ring a long time. Whether he wants to fight again is a different story, but look, I would love to see it now. Yeah, on the street, it's a no-brainer, to be honest with you.
Dominic Ingley emphasizes the respect within the boxing community for Froch. While Till's live insults grab attention, Froch's legacy and the admiration from other fighters overshadow them. Watching live, you realize Froch isn't just reacting, he's cementing his legendary status with every word and gesture in front of the cameras.
And not only did I see him box, I had people sparring him, I had sparring partners for him. You know, when he boxed for Mick Hennessy, we sat down and talked a lot when we were over in America and places, and you know, he was a big Nas fan, and he's a big fan of my dad. And I always remember one fight he had, Junior Witter boxing in America, and we're coming back. And he was sat in the airport with us for a good 1 or 2 hours talking about boxing and everything like that. So, you know, from that point of view, you know, I've got a lot of respect for.
Johnny Nelson nails the tension and anticipation perfectly. Even live, you can feel the buzz in the room as Carl Froch sits calmly, unshaken by Darren Till's insults. Till's threats might dominate headlines, but Froch's confidence is rooted in decades of elite boxing experience. While Till relies on bluster and intimidation, Froch relies on timing, precision, and ring IQ. Watching live, you see why he's respected by legends and feared by opponents. Froch doesn't need to prove anything, his presence alone commands respect. Till's arrogance will never match the authority of a 4-time world champion in control.
With one of the main men of the zone saying, look, there is an appetite there. So now the conversation is, will Carl do it? Carl's saying, give me 6 weeks, I'll smash him. Carl won't do it. Carl doesn't need to do it. Carl's got mad money, as he says. And the thing is that I think will keep him out is ego. God forbid he went in with Till and got Till.
Eddie Hearn points out a critical fact that resonates live for any audience. Time has never dulled Froch's sharpness. Even after a decade away from top-level competition, Froch retains instinct, movement, and mental resilience that most fighters can only dream of. Darren Till's intimidation tactics might rile the casual fan, but live, the contrast is obvious. Carl's calm focus and decades of experience overpower Till's raw aggression. Froch doesn't panic, he calculates, and every move he makes is precise. In the ring or on air, Till's brash claims fall flat against a seasoned world champion who has survived every test thrown at him.
It's plus since he's boxed. So 10 years ago, he would have smashed Darren Till all over the shop, right? And I think Darren actually, like, for all Darren's madness, he's not an idiot. I think he knows that. But 10 years on, and not having took a punch in 10 years, and definitely gone a bit softer, because that's just life, it all of a sudden becomes, dare I say, a bit of a 50-50.
Pain Game perfectly illustrates the respect Carl Froch commands live. Darren Till's insults and provocations may make waves online, but when you witness Froch in person, you immediately see why he is revered. Even after years away from the ring, his physical presence, calm authority, and readiness command attention. Experts like Eddie Hearn would trust Froch in any high-pressure situation because his decision-making and composure are unparalleled. Live, this contrast is striking. Till's bluster versus Froch's mastery. No amount of noise can overshadow decades of experience and skill, making Carl the true authority in any encounter.
Like, Carl's a genuine, like, world champion level fighter, and he's actually bigger than you'd think, right, when you meet him. He's a lot younger than John, and his peak was outrageously good, right, and he's kept himself in shape. And even now, I remember having a chat with Eddie Hearn, like, about, like, you know, what fighter you've met is, like, the toughest fighter, and he said to me, like, if I'm ever in a bit of bother, the man I want standing next to me at a pub or whatever is Carl.
Lennox Lewis underscores Froch's precision and strategy. And Liv, it's easy to see why experts back him so strongly. Carl's technical prowess, feints, and ability to control distance make him untouchable against overconfident opponents like Darren Till. This isn't just talk. Watching Froch's posture, timing, and anticipation in person proves it. Till's aggression is flashy but shallow. Froch's craft converts every threat into opportunity. Legends like Lewis would back him in a fight without hesitation. Every move is calculated, every strike has purpose, and live, it's clear that Till is outmatched by Froch's unparalleled boxing intelligence and ring awareness.
So bigger, heavier, potentially, probably not stronger than me. I'm a machine.
Yeah.
I'm like genetically gifted and all that.
And it only takes one punch. And they're not good defensive fighters anyway. They, you know, they go for the okie doke. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Give him one of those.
Give him a little feint.
Yeah.
Couple of feints, good foot movement, walk him into a shot.
Yeah.
Probably dominate him with a jab.
They don't know about body shots either.
So what are you thinking? Easy work for the Cobra?
Easy work for the Cobra. Can I be your coach, please?
Jump in the corner, man. Easy money for the Lewis machine.
Yeah. I want to be his coach.
Let's have a team,
all right,
man.
Just go out there and knock him.
Eddie Hearn nails the truth live. Froch's experience makes him a lethal force even against younger, aggressive fighters like Darren Till. Watching in person, Till's confidence is palpable, but Froch's calm control and mental fortitude dominate the atmosphere. Every action is deliberate, every jab measured, and his understanding of the ring elevates him above Till's brashness. Legends know when a fighter has true mastery, and Froch's composure in live settings proves that he doesn't just survive the hype, he dismantles it with intelligence, skill, and a legacy that makes Till's threats almost irrelevant.
Till and Froch, I don't like ex-fighters, especially legends, going in and fighting some YouTuber, right? Now, Till is not that, right? Till is a UFC fighter who has taken his craft to boxing, and he's a talented boxer. I mean, I don't think he's going to, even by his own admissions, I don't think he can go in and mix it with the best in the world, but he can fight, you know, I mean, you can see that because he's cruising through the levels of those other guys, the UFC fighters who just turn over like Rockhold or whatever his name was, right? I love the fight. I love the fight because...
Watching live, Liam Smith captures the tension perfectly. Darren Till thrives on chaos, aggression, and intimidation, trying to unsettle his opponents before a fight even begins. Carl Froch, however, remains unshaken, composed, and utterly in control. He's seen it all before. Every live reaction, every sneer from Till is met with calm precision and measured confidence. Froch doesn't respond with theatrics. He responds with skill, strategy, and years of experience. Till's antics might stir the crowd, but in the ring or in live interaction, Froch's mastery dominates. You can feel the atmosphere shift in his favor, with Till's threats losing weight against a four-time world champion who never panics and always makes his presence felt.
You want Darren Till jumping off the ring to you, fucking threatening to choke you and all that, you know what I mean? So it's the last thing I'd want anyway, so fucking I think Carl just got off rather than have the aggro of, you know, Darren Till in front of him, screaming, shouting and spitting in his face.
I'll ask you for a prediction. Carl Froch versus Till on the streets and in the ring. Two scenarios, who wins?
Oh, look, I don't know. It's all, look, on the street, I think we know who wins.
Duke McKenzie's observation is crystal clear live. Carl Froch operates on a higher plane than intimidation or empty threats. While Darren Till uses bluster, noise, and personal attacks, Froch's focus is on the craft, the preparation, and the stakes that matter. Watching live, you can see why Till's attempts to provoke fail. Froch doesn't need external pressure to motivate him. He thrives on precision, skill, and experience. Till's threats are loud but hollow against someone who has been paid to handle elite competition consistently. Froch's calm, calculated demeanor, even in a charged environment, demonstrates a mastery that raw aggression cannot touch. Live, the contrast is stark. Till tries to dominate with chaos. Froch dominates with pure boxing intelligence.
And then there's Froch, who's been paid to fight. He's used to getting money for knocking guys out. I'm sure if they put enough knocks in front of Carl Froch, then he might rise to it. But he ain't going to rise to it if there's no money on the table, if there's no end goal. If you want to punch up, you can go out in the street and have that any day of the week.
Live, Darren Till is loud, aggressive, and full of bravado, but Carl Froch's calm presence overshadows all that noise. Till thrives on chaos and confrontation, thinking intimidation will give him an edge. Watching live, it's obvious Froch isn't rattled. He absorbs the insults, analyzes the threats, and keeps control of the situation. Till's focus on money and spectacle can rile the crowd, but against a four-time world champion like Froch, these tactics are empty. Every reaction Froch shows is measured, reminding viewers why he earned his reputation. Experience, skill, and patience are weapons that Till cannot match. Live, you see the difference between raw aggression and calculated mastery, with Froch's confidence radiating far beyond Till's threats.
You either want to fight or you don't, so fuck you. That's what I'm on. So it's all this, oh, we couldn't sit down with Till. What do you want to sit down for? Let the promoters do their job and check who's got the bigger dick in the bathroom stall, yeah? And then let us fight. That's what I'm on. That's exactly what I'm on. If for anyone who's confused what I'm on that. That's what I'm on. I'm here to make a shitload of money and knock people out because I love...
Watching Carl Froch live here is a masterclass in dominance and psychological control. Every word, every look, every pause radiates authority. Froch doesn't just talk, he challenges, he sets terms, and he exposes weakness without raising a hand. Darren Till's threats are loud and chaotic, but live, Froch's measured evaluation of skill and endurance completely shifts the power. The audience sees who really commands respect, not through aggression or bluster, but through experience, insight, and pure skill. Till is forced to listen and react rather than lead, showcasing why Froch remains untouchable in presence and reputation. Live, the difference between a fighter who talks and a champion who commands is crystal clear.
I'll fight you, but you've got to do a job on them. You've got to show me, like I said, that you can even stay on your feet for 3 minutes or 2-minute rounds, whatever it is. Because I don't think...
Watching all this unfold live, it's crystal clear who truly dominates the narrative and the atmosphere. Carl Froch is untouchable in presence and mind even when Darren Till throws every insult, every taunt, and every intimidation tactic imaginable at him. Froch doesn't just defend, he dismantles Till's bravado with sheer confidence, experience, and authority. Every reaction from Froch is calculated, commanding, and precise, proving why he remains one of the most respected names in boxing. Till can scream, threaten, and posture, but in live interactions and in the eyes of the audience, it's Froch who controls the room, sets the terms, and exposes the gaps in Till's approach. This is a perfect example of why reputation, preparation, and championship mentality outweigh raw aggression and social media bravado. If you're watching and wondering who would come out on top in a real confrontation or even in the ring, all signs point to Froch's mastery and composure. Carry this forward and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below your thoughts on whether Darren Till can ever match Froch's skill, or if this is just another example of experience crushing bluster. Make sure you stay tuned for more live reactions and breakdowns from the world of boxing, because moments like this are exactly why we love the sport.